what you're doing is building the muscles and responses that your horse needs in order to carry you in as balanced and efficient a fashion as possible. Because the minute we sit on a horse, horses parade around without us on with no problems. As soon as we sit on them, we create all kinds of problems, which we then have to fix so that the horse can carry us as well as possible. And, of course, the very first muscles that need to get extra special strong, if they're going to carry us, are their back muscles. And dressage is all about strengthening those back muscles, making sure that the horse comes from behind, which means that their rear end is the motor. Instead of their front end dragging them along, their rear end pushes them along, and so that their back is engaged, meaning they use their whole back all the way from their back up to their poll, right? So all of the dressage exercises are about letting those muscles develop properly and equally, going both left and right, because you want your horse to be able to turn right just as easily as he turns left. And you want him to be able to go up and down in pace without it being a struggle and without him hollowing his back, so that he stays balanced and it can be smooth for you. We want our horses to listen to us, so, if you want your horse to stop, it shouldn't be a big struggle. And if you want him to go, it shouldn't be a big fight. He should respond to you immediately and without resistance. The horses aren't born knowing how to do that, so we have to teach them. And that's what dressage is. It's a training system. And if you work your way through the tests, from the intro tests all the way up as far as you want to go, you have a system all laid out for you. And in order to do, for instance, training 2, if you can do everything in training 1 easily, without resistance, keeping the circles the right shape, keeping the straight lines straight, making the transitions when you want them, if you can do all of those things, they prepare you for the next test, say training 2, which will then have a little bit of an extra difficulty quotient to it somewhere. It'll have the next thing that will be a challenge to you. And then if you get that all done, that prepares you to move on up to training 3. So I like to see it, it's almost like a free system that anybody, you can download the tests on the internet, and there you have a nice training system all worked out for yourself. And I found it works very well. The most difficult thing, I think, is to be able to recognize when your horse is using his back and when he's not. Because when you first start riding, it's difficult to figure out, okay, what's it supposed to feel like, especially if you don't know. And the same with dressage. If you may have ridden all your life, but not know what it feels like for your horse's back to be engaged. And actually, there's a really good video on my Facebook page, and I will make it more. In fact, maybe I'll put it on my website that you guys should go look at. I'm telling everybody to look at it because it's one of the best videos I've seen that explains how to tell if your horse is using his back and how to go about strengthening it. And so that's just a side to go look at. So to start with, let's put you guys on a circle of